Dear learners, welcome to NIOS, the video series. As you can see, I am using Indian Sign Language. The subject is Home Science, lesson number 20. The title is Adolescence, someone who's in between the childhood and the adulthood, the period of growing up. We have completed part 1, now we are doing part 2. This will be a more in-depth of the chapter. As you can see from the picture, we are discussing early and late maturation. The early and late maturation in people, the bodily changes, the physical changes that happens in both men and women. Let me explain. Some adolescents undergo physical changes as we have described. In general, it's seen that maturing girls feel very conscious and odd about their bodies. While growing up, they start with menstrual cycle, their boobs start to grow, they start to feel hair in the armpits, etc. So that is something which is natural. Whereas there are late maturing girls who do not get these kind of things at the same kind of the age. They do not get much of the male attention. It's more to the girls who have matured early. So they are still considered as a child from their family, are not expected to perform adult standards of behavior. They look up to being mature as the girls who have already matured. For men, it's a similar thing. The early maturing guys are very, very confident. There are different kinds of that. It's been found that, boys are more confident with growing up compared to girls. They are more confident and, they feel that their physical features are really helping them. And boys who have matured early are also chosen leaders. They show a lot of strength, their muscle strength, they're tall, etc. Boys who are weaker or getting late mature are not chosen as leaders. You might have seen that, they also want to be a part of big and strong boys like their friends, but naturally they are a little late maturers. So all these feelings are, it's a very big responsibility of their parents to give sex education to their children in the right direction. It's very, very important that they learn about their bodily changes and be prepared. And some parents, they are very ashamed and they don't want to talk to this about their children. So children can go in the right direction, in the wrong direction, and learn from different wrong sources. So it's important that parents take the charge and make them confident. Social and emotional development, as you can see from the pictures. Adolescents also have mood swings. Emotional development, let me explain. Let's discuss about mood. Adolescents have mood swings in the early years. These children, they can cry easily, they can laugh easily and undergo irritably different kinds of mood swings. So it has been observed that, adolescents can laugh, cry or be irritable sometimes. So that's their own, vulnerability. Because of the hormones that are changing, because of the bodily changes that are coming, it's natural to have mood swings. Socially, adolescents like to be in a group that is, creative, wherein they are able to enjoy its own culture, music, dance or dressing style, language, likes and dislikes. If adolescence, any adolescence is not a part of any group or doesn't have friends, it can even lead to depression and various dangerous consequences. So peer group is very valuable at this particular time of the life for this adolescent age. Language development. What is language development? Usage of words. For example, adolescent, they are able to develop language. Their language is quite different from the ones they use at their family. There's full communication there. Whereas with their friends, they can use abbreviations. Like the word okay can be used as K. Chick, the word chick, it's not chicken. Chick means a beautiful girl. So they have their own slangs, they have their own abbreviations, that which they use over text or over the call. And it's not something that is understood by their family. So that is a natural thing that these people follow, the adolescents follow. Another feature is that they use abbreviations. For example, the word cannot place, they will not say that. They'll say CP or Greater Kailash. They would not like to spell it all out or say something. They'll say GK. For hello, they will say HLO. So a lot of abbreviations and a lot of characteristic features of the language are also there. As you can see from the picture, cognitive development, something that has to do with your brain. CD, cognitive development. It means that during this time, the adolescents, the 11 to 18 years of age, they feel that they have a lot of abstract understanding of things. They are able to analyze things in a very different way. They can imagine situations and events. For example, we say A is small, B is big, and C is biggest. They would say no, C is the smallest. And they will have a different perception of this. So it's a lot of interesting debate and abstract conversations that could happen. Why is the world round? Why am I there on this earth? How come I'm, born in this family? Why is a male person supposed to marry a female person? So it's a lot of abstract discussion that happens in this time. So cognitive development. Sex education. Adolescents need sex education, be it for male or for females. The adolescents from the age 11 to 18 undergo bodily changes. A lot of, be it the menstrual cycle, the nocturnal emission, feeling different things in your hormones, how to get pregnant, this, that. They all want awareness, whereas family is not the place where they get all the answers to the question. They may go up to the internet, they may ask their friends, their peers, and understand about their own body. That why are the breasts growing? Why is pubic hair coming? All these questions are not answered by their parents. So this can be very misleading. Reading printed material or knowing from friends can be very dangerous as well. They can mislead in the wrong direction. It's advised that parents teach about good touch, bad touch, about bodily changes, etc., and about the natural things of the body. Most parents feel awkward about it, but they have to be more responsible in discussing these with their children openly. Role of parents. What is the role of parents? Parents who give independence, who give freedom to their children to be a part of their community, to be, follow their interests and take up responsibility, etc., become more independent and responsible when they grow up, because they have been given freedom from the very beginning. So it's important we do that. Whereas if parents are very, very strict and play a role of an authority figure, this can seriously hamper the growth of the adolescent's ability to become independent. Who are some, people who are very strict, parents who are very strict can actually hamper their child's independence. So it's better if you have a good relationship and you let your children become independent. On the other hand, when parents are indifferent about their children's needs and problems, etc., they are not able to support or they are not interacting with them, children can have a similar kind of an indifferent attitude in the future as well. It's because they've not had a good relationship with their parents, their attitudes will also be bad. So it's important that there is open communication in the family and open discussion of facts, etc., to solve the issues that the child might be facing. Then the attitude will be right. So it's important that parents have to take up this onus. Role of peers. Let me explain what that is. Be it for boys or for girls, adolescents between the age of 11 to 18 they feel like they're going through the similar kind of conflicts and similar kind of problems. For examples, feeling of change, feeling of, likes, dislikes, wants, etc. So that is the period when the peers are able to communicate with each other better than they're able to communicate with their family. The communication with friends and peers and like-minded people is quite similar and quite better and comfortable compared to their communication with family. This is also an opportunity when people of the opposite sex, they are able to take up interaction from each other and they learn to interact. Boys are able to talk to girls, girls are able to talk to boys, be it in the educational institutions, tuitions or schools, etc. That is where the interaction begins between men and women. So that is also there. That's the role of peers. They're able to enjoy more. This is called peer culture. For example, they have a similar kind of a dressing style. They'll go to similar kind of party. They'll go to enjoy together. For example, if a man has started wearing studs in his ear, the one earring, and everyone will start copying that. Everyone, all boys would do that. Similarly, if a girl is trying to go for a haircut, everyone would go for haircut, hair colors, torn jeans and everything, different kind of tops. So all this called peer culture. Now that we have discussed the role of parents, the role of peers, etc., let's discuss the role of schools and teacher, which is very, very important. School is a major institution. The child is given in a school, they start in the school and they start learning from their first person, and that is a teacher. Whatever the teacher is teaching them, they will blindly follow the teacher. So the teachers have to have a good responsibility of explaining everything right to the children. If the teachers are not well trained, the students will also end up, having a bad attitude or a bad behavior. So teachers have to be very mindful of how they are teaching the children. Are they using interactive methods, or are they teaching discipline, etc. to the children? If the teacher is too strict, the children will not like to interact in the class or study well. Whereas if the teacher is using interactive methods or teachers using activities, etc. with the children will be more interested, in learning, be it the relaying, be it interactions, etc. That will really make the children excited. So it's very important that teachers have to take up that onus. Thank you.